years, so many of them have run in stakes races here at Emerald Downs. And speaking of that, Coastal Jazz and Chuckanut Bay have won stakes elsewhere, not really in the not too recent past or not too distant past.
Yeah, this is a tough group. We watched the replay on Chuckanut Bay earlier. Today I'm going to give the edge to Executive Chef number 4 and Kevin Krieger. Executive Chef's done very well at this distance in the past, and I just think is pretty well spotted in this race. Capit Daddy, he was also in that race we looked at earlier with Chuckanut Bay. We've seen his talent. Coastal Jazz, I think, may be a little bit of a surprise today.
Yeah.
From the inside, can certainly be tough at the rail. So I went 4, 5, and 1.
Yeah, Coastal Jazz's first race in a few months, but he's working well, and he has 9 wins at this track. So I did leave him out of the top 3. I did put number 6, Candy Caballo, on top. He's come out with 2 outstanding races as a 4-year-old as well, and when he's been beaten by some of the best over the last couple of years, including Tax Code.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a tough race.
It's a really fine sprint. Race 7, the 8th and final at a mile. Frank Alvarado aboard number 6, Drivetrain, scratched the 7, Tom.
I went to the outside. Cause for Divorce will likely have some pace to run at here today. Blake Nunley has the assignment, ran into Blake before the races today. What a really nice young guy, and he's from right down the road in Ording as well, and he certainly made his presence known this season here at Emerald. And Chances Taken, number 1, second selection here. This one stretches back out. I think will like this distance a little bit better. And Hadagassel as a horse, I don't think you can leave out. Just it gets in the mix every time, it seems like. So I go 8, 1, and 2 here.
Yeah, I'm going to put Hadagassel on top. Kevin Krieger up for Ramiro Martinez. First 2-turn race for him in his career. He's run 22 times and over 50% in the money. Just ran a good second to FBI Bob. And I think he'll get out a little faster than Chances Taken, so he'll get the rail going into that first turn. And Kevin Krieger aboard second time, as I probably already said. We're going to be repeating ourselves a little bit now and then, because we've got race-to-race action coming up. You've got the Corgis as well. So another action-packed weekend at Emerald Downs. Have a great Saturday. And getting close to racing. In fact, just 10 minutes to post for race number 1. Joe Withey along with John Lindley of Parker's. John, great to have you here once again today.
Yeah, a loaded weekend here. We've got a really good feature race today.
Oh,
And, of
yeah.
course, at Churchill, Sovereignty's running. And tomorrow's the last day of Aqueducts racing in the, 100-plus year history, I believe.
1894, that track opened under that name. Did a little research for our podcast this week. And so, yeah, renovated in the late 50s and in its current form since about 1959. Had the Breeders' Cup and just a lot of history at Aqueduct. And as John mentioned, the Stephen Foster, $2 million Stephen Foster at Churchill Downs later today. John also is very familiar with dogs. You have rehomed and so many dogs over the last many years.
Yeah, I volunteer for a rescue, and I know a lot of people that are involved in animals and horses also volunteer for rescues for, smaller dogs and such. But, of course, today's a Corgi Day.
Yeah. Have you had some corgis?
I have not because they
Not?
shed. I go for
Okay.
dogs that don't shed.
Okay.
That way I can sleep at night.
Very good. Well, corgis are the fair this weekend at Emerald Downs, and so are the thoroughbreds. 8 races today, 8 races tomorrow. We do have a fast track. And let's take a look at the field for race number 1. And you did see that graphic up, many of you. We do have a jackpot pick 6 carryover. That starts in race number 3. The 10-cent jackpot pick 6, $7,600 in the carryover pool. Guide My Steps ran well at 13-1 in her Emerald Downs debut.
Yeah, as you mentioned, she was a big prize. She'd come off kind of a pretty poor effort at Turf Paradise. It looks like she needed a little bit of a break, and it worked. And she was wide on the turn, got bumped a little bit on the late turn. A pretty solid race. She gets to save ground from this post, and she has a nice stalking style. It's pretty evenly matched field, but being able to save ground and being in contention along the rail always gives a big positive. We'll see if she can get the job done in her second start at Emerald.
Yeah, 4 out of 7 in the top 3 overall this year for Guide My Steps from Shelley Crow. Kevin Krieger. Number 2 there, Bob's Vi. Bob's Vi could easily show a lot of improvement today. We saw her with many sharp efforts here last year.
Yeah, she clearly needed her last race. In addition to that, her stablemate also had speed that day, and the barn had 2 horses that kind of had speed. So, she was able to sit off there a little bit. I'm guessing the connections will be a lot more aggressive with her because, as you talked about, she's pretty quick early, and she ran a couple big races in June of last year. We'll see if she can bounce back to run like she did in June of last year.
Okay, she comes back in 2 weeks for Frank Lucarelli, Isaiah Enriquez. Adrian Castellanos is aboard Creme de Menthe, who, we're used to seeing her run very well from a little bit off the pace. She's been breaking sharp here recently.
Yeah, on May 17th, she's in the 1 hole, and she broke well, as you mentioned, and was hooked with Bobby Genie and Sharp Attitude. Very quick horses. And last race, she kind of got that stalking trip, and I thought she'd run a little better, but she ran an even third. This is much easier company. We'll see if she can break a losing streak that goes back to June of last year, however.
Okay, Debbie Peary in charge. Adrian Castellanos aboard. There's the 4 back burner, and she got off to a poor start last time out. Other than that, 2 good races here this year. St. Mihail by Army Mule is making her 3rd Emerald Downs start. She drops in class a little bit. There's this 6 Honey Red, who, I'm thinking she's going to run a lot better today for Joe Toy. And on the outside, it's Hakuhia for Steve Fisher with Frank Alvarado. We go to the track for race number 1.
That's Dan Harrington's call to post for the first race today. Today's first race is the Pepsi Purse. A distance of 6 furlongs, claiming event. Purse is $12,000. It's for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Note the rider change for number 3, Creme de Menthe. Make the pilot Adrian Castellanos. Post time coming up in 5 minutes. 5 minutes till the opener. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise, if able, and kindly remove your hats for today's national anthem. Today, we're proud to welcome our own Steve Dunham. Steve is the director of IT here at Emerald Downs and is one of the 31 employees who have been here since 1996. Last year, Steve surprised all of us when he offered to sing the national anthem, and he did a great job. Now here's Steve Dunham with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's Steve Dunham. Good job. Race fans, today is the beginning of Corgi Race Weekend presented by Pacifico. We'll have 8 qualifying heats, 4 after the second race today and 4 after the fourth race today. The top 2 in each heat will advance to tomorrow's championship races. And in celebration of it all, this weekend's drink special is a Corgarita in a collectible Corgi cup. Just $14.95, available at all the bars.
Race number 1 at Emerald Downs. Again, the Corgis on the track after the second and fourth thoroughbred races. The first is coming up at 6 furlongs for fillies and mares, and it's a field of 7. Tom Harris, our track announcer, first to make a selection. Tom?
Joe, I'm going to go to the 2 here. Bob's Vi, sitting 7-1 on the board, opened up at 8-1, so a little variance there in the wagering on Bob's Vi, but this one I think may have needed that last outing coming into this race today. Look for a better effort, I think, here. Creme de Menthe figures to be a top rival. Adrian Castellanos will be the pilot on that one, who's been forwardly placed in the first 2 outings of the season. And to round out the top 3, number 1, Guide My Steps, draws the benefit of the inside post, was a pretty good runner-up last time out. I go 2, 3, and 1. Joe and John, don't forget to get your Corgarita.
Tom, are you trying to get us in trouble here on a work day? Come
I
on.
don't know, it might help us. Who knows?
All right, well, yeah, we'll think about that for maybe 4:30 or 5. So Tom goes with the 2, Bob's Vi, a price there. John Lindley, who do you like?
You know, when I look at the board, I think the public is like me. We're lost in this race, and I do feel kind of lost. I ended up at number 3, Creme de Menthe, and it's not because of her last start. Her last start, she had a really good trip, and I thought she really should have run better. But her race 1 back was way better than looks. Maybe she bounced a little bit, I'm not sure, but she is dropping to the lowest level that I can remember her running at. And as you talked about, she's run some huge races at Emerald, so we'll see if she can turn it around and get back in the winner's column.
Yeah, she has had a really fine career here, but the race looks kind of wide open, as you said, so I'm going to go with Honey Red, who just made her Emerald Downs debut last weekend, last Saturday. She didn't show anything at 8,000. Kristen Lee, sharp attitude, a tough race there. This is an easier spot. Got a lot of good sprints from earlier this year at different tracks. She's definitely a stretch runner, but at her price, I think she's a contender for Joe Toy, Alex Anaya. I'm on the 6. John's on the 3. Tom's on the 2. Race 1.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time for the first race today, the Pepsi Purse. Guide My Steps under the blanket. First one to go in. Guide My Steps with the breakaway blanket. That'll come off just as soon as the gate doors open. Bob's Vi steps in alongside. And Creme de Menthe now to join them. Back burner, next one to go. St. Miel strides to the mark. Honey Red, one from the outside under Alex Anaya. Hakuya rounds out the field. Now the Pepsi Purse. They are in the gate. And runners away. Good start for Creme de Menthe, who rushes to the front. Creme de Menthe is quickly into stride as they progress up the backstretch. On the go from the outside, St. Miel is pressing early as well. As they sprint for the far turn, backburners join the lead set. Will drop back to Bob's Vi, directly back of the lead trio. Racing next, mid-pack comes Guide My Steps. Another 2.5 or 3 back to Honey Red, and Hakuya around the far turn they go. Battle ensues for the lead. Creme de Menthe at the inside. St. Miel pushing. Backburner is still right there in the search as well. Bob's Vi back of the leaders. They run to the top of the stretch, and St. Miel from the outside puts a nose in front. Creme de Menthe fights back from the inside. They square off for the final furlong. Backburner still chasing from the outside. Here's a late say from Honey Red, who's come from far back. Final 70 yards to go. St. Miel, Honey Red the outside. St. Miel to win it. Honey Red was second. Creme de Menthe followed. Hakuya was next. Then back to Guide My Steps and Backburner Bob's Vi at the tail. Time on the board 1:10 and 52 100ths. Your attention, trainers Jorge Rosales, Frank Lucarelli, Howie Gibson, Alexis Silva Martinez. Contact the claims clerk, please. Order of finish on the board is official. The official winner, number 5, St. Miel. Finishing second was number 6, Honey Red. Finishing third was number 3, Creme de Menthe. And fourth was number 7, Hakuya. Running time of the race, 1:10 and 52 100ths. First race today was the Pepsi Purse. Into the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, St. Miel. Owned by Kenneth Elison or Vicky Joe Elison, trained by Debbie Perry. Lenny Cicheron in the irons for the victory. A 4-year-old dark bear brown filly by Army Mule. From Daring Reality, she was sired by Include. Bred in Kentucky by Jay Goodwin, Tyler Touche, and Rick Smith. Here's a look at the prices for the opener. Winner number 5, St. Miel, $10.10 to win, $6.04 to place, $3.44 to show. Number 6, Honey Red, the runner-up, $8.64 to place, $3.92 to show. Number 3, Creme de Menthe was third, $2.86 on the show ticket. Winning exacta $43.82, 50-cent trifecta paid $75.17, and the 10-cent super $67.50. And ladies and gentlemen, we did have 2 claims in that first race today, 2 claims in the opener. Number 3, Creme de Menthe, was claimed. The new owner, Aaron Bresco. The new trainer, Frank Lucarelli. Number 3, Creme de Menthe, was claimed from the first. Number 5, St. Miel, the winner, was also claimed. The new owner, Alan Peterson. The new trainer, Francisco Rodriguez. Number 5, St. Miel, claimed from the first. Looking ahead to the second race today, a distance of 6 1/2 furlongs, the Explore Auburn Purse. Number 3, Wood Ceiling, a change of rider. Make his jockey, Frank Alvarado. Frank Alvarado to ride number 3, Wood Ceiling. Post time in the second race at 2:16, 18 minutes until post time. Looking ahead, additional overweights for today's program in the third race. Number 1, Obsessed with You, will now carry 3 pounds over. 3 over for number 1, Obsessed with You. That's a late overweight in the third race. In the sixth race, number 3, In Orbit, will carry 3 pounds over. Race fans, First Bet is giving you up to a $250 sign-up bonus when you open an account with the promo code EMD200. That's EMD200. And bet $1,000 in your first 60 days. That's a 20% rebate on your first $1,000 in wagers. Download the First Bet app. That's 1/STBet today to get started. And remember to use the promo code EMD200 to claim your exclusive bonus. Download the app now and play today. First Bet.
Paddock time for race number 2, the Explore Auburn Purse, a 6.5 furlong sprint. And trainer Blaine Wright has one of the 5 good sprinters in this field, and that would be Going South. And Blaine, that horse has just been solid for you. Well, every effort that he puts out has been good.
Yeah, he runs hard. He's hard on himself in the morning. He's a tough horse to train. A real high energy type of horse, but this seemed like the logical spot. He just graduated the non-3, so race came up remarkably tough, so we'll see how he fits with open horses.
Yeah, 4 of the 5 horses in here are coming off a win, including Going South, and I see he's hung in there going a mile, so 6.5, just looking for a good break and being prominent in here.
Yeah, I don't give instructions. Silvio knows this horse quite well. He can adapt to any kind of scenario. It looks like he can lay off it a little bit, so I'm sure he'll play the break and go from there.
Okay, yeah, solid contender in here, Going South in race 2. And then, boy, the 7th race is loaded as well. This race is loaded with 5, and that has 7 contenders. An Executive Chef, talking about giving a jockey instructions, it seems like just about anybody could ride this horse. I guess I mean that saying that he just gives such a big effort every time.
Yeah, his record at Emerald's pretty impeccable. He usually runs real well here. Again, feel the really classy older horses, and you could probably make a case for 4 or 5 horses in the race.
He really had a strong effort first off the layoff behind your See That Tiger and ahead of Slew's Tiz Whiz. Come out of that race good.
Yeah, everything went good. Obviously, we had him in the stake last week, but the connection zone, See That Tiger as well, and it's always nice to have 2 different spots and not have to run your own horses together. I know we run into that a lot here with shorter fields and whatnot, but obviously they wanted to keep them separated if they could.
Yeah, well, he has been a pleasure to watch for several years, of course, a sprint stake winner here. So a couple good chances there, Going South and Executive Chef. Have a good day, Blaine.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Blaine Wright, Going South is going to come out. I think he's the morning line favorite in here. Going South at 2-1 on the morning line, right? And currently, thanks, Blaine, currently at 9-5. And yeah, he's got what, three wins in 6 seconds from 13 starts. So a horse that, boy, just get him going in the morning. A little bit tough to train, Blaine says, but on race day, John Lindley, he's been tough, real tough.
And you can argue his best lifetime race was when he ran second to See That Tiger and beat Candy Caballo in the Auburn handicap. That was a big effort. We'll see if he can come close to that today. He'll be slightly favored based on the dynamic morning line. Hawker's drawing a fair amount of money also.
Okay, Baby Whalen, again, 4 of the 5 in here coming off a win. He's come up here and run very well.
Yeah, last race he stumbled at the start and dropped maybe a length or so, but then after that he got a really good trip, angled out, and got that perfect stalking trip, seeing off 2 dual and front runners, and was able to outfinish him. This is a little tougher company, however, he's 1 for 1 this year at Emerald Downs sprinting. We'll see if he can make it 2 straight.
Number 2, Barrister Proof, coming off a win for 10,000 claiming, and a number of horses have come out of that race and run well also. Jim Gilmore had him in just optimum shape for that race.
Yeah, he was 10-1 that day. He ran really big April 27th out of the 1 hole at Turf Paradise, and then he was kind of running against some tough horses, Chucking Up Bay and Cap It Daddy, and then like you mentioned, he blitzed the field last time. That was a big effort. A repeat effort's going to be tough to deny.
Alyssa Morales aboard. Wood Ceilings going route to sprint off a win for Frank Lucarelli.
Super game last time, super game the time before. He's always right there, and he can act from on or off the lead.
Claimed out of that race, now in the barn of Joe Toy, of course. Frank Alvarado on Wood Ceiling as Carlo Lopez off his mount today. Going South the 4 with Silvio Amador for Wright on his toes, and then Hawker on the outside. He can certainly pass horses.
Yeah, he ran some big races on the turf down at Santa Anita, came to Emerald, drew a wet track, got a nice trip, and ran second to Barrister Proof.
Yeah, second to Barrister Proof, who's number 2 in here. So field of 5, head to the track for the Explore Auburn Purse.
And the horses are on the track for the second race today. It's the Explore Auburn Purse at 6 1/2 furlongs. A claiming event, purse of $18,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Note the rider change for number 3, Wood Ceiling. The pilot is Frank Alvarado. Post time in just over 5 minutes.
Race number 2 at Emerald Downs, 6 1/2 furlong sprint. Solid runners in here. Again, 4 of the 5 are coming off a victory. And the other one, number 5, Hawker, ran second to Barrister Proof, who's number 2. So some very sharp horses. And starting another pick 3, of course, our pick 3s have just a 12% takeout. Let's head up to Tom. He's going to be calling the Corgi action as well today.
That's right, Joe, and I agree with you. This is a testy race. I think it pretty much reflects the card today. We've got a lot of tough competition in the thoroughbred action today, and of course, as you mentioned, Corgi Racing coming up right after this second race and again after the 4th race. But let's take a look at the runners in this second race, the Explore Auburn Purse. Going South looks pretty tough to me in this one. Very impressive last score. Was second in last year's Auburn Stakes, so comes in with all the credentials that's needed. I'll take Going South and Silvio Amador here in the second. Hawker, as you mentioned, also looked pretty good in that first outing. Upon arrival from Santa Anita, I think has to be considered here. Getting a little play too, bet down from 5 to 1 to 5 to 2 here currently. And Baby Whalen draws the benefit of the inside rail with Alex Cruz. I go 4, 5, and 1 here in the second.
Thank you, Tom. He's going to go Going South, currently at 3 to 2. You can understand why he has favoritism. Has just come out running again here at age 4. John.
Yeah, last race, him and West Coast Bull kind of went at each other early, and then Going South pulled out for a big win. West Coast Bull was a nice winner last night. He draws outside. As I mentioned, his big race last year was at second to See That Tiger in the Auburn. We'll see if he can bounce back and repeat that type of an effort, which would be very tough to deny. Now, this is open company. Last race was restricted, a little tougher field.
Tougher field. Going South, Silvio Amador for Blaine Wright on your screen right there. Number 4, I'm going to go with you guys as well. Just so many solid efforts, and doing really good this year with a win and a second. We're all on number 4 going south in race 2.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the second. Here's a view from high above the starting gate from the Emerald Downs drone. It's piloted by Captain Louis DeFazio. He has been the main guy for the drone for years here at Emerald Downs and brings us terrific views from overhead as we are set for the Explore Auburn Purse, and Baby Waylon is the first one to go in. Barrister Proof right alongside, and now Wood Ceiling steps up. Frank Alvarado in the Rage colors and Big Yahoo team as well. Going south, 2-1, co-favored on the board, along with Hawker, who's gotten some late play here. Hawker will occupy the outside post. Going south, right up the gate door, has gone down to 8-5 here, just a little bit. The current favorite as we get set for the second. Gate Crew working with number 4 Going South. Going South settled away. Here comes Hawker for the outside post. And the second. They are in the gate. And runners away. Good start for all. Middle of the pack. Out comes Going South after the early lead with Hawker in pursuit. Out of the chute onto the main oval they go. Barrister Proof and Baby Wayland kicks on at the inside. There's 2.5 or 3 back to Wood Ceiling as they sprint midway up the back stretch. The 2 leaders going stride for stride. Barrister Proof at the inside. Going South on the outside. They've paired off 2.5 clear of Baby Wayland. Racing next in third. Hawker's fourth up to the outside. Still 3 or so back to Wood Ceiling, and around the turn they go. They're just over a quarter mile away. Now with a shake of the reins, Going South recaptures the lead, but Barrister Proof is right there to run with him. Those 2 with a quarter mile to go, dead in the eye to the top of the stretch. Baby Wayland swings to the outside to begin to make his move. They straighten away for the final furlong. It's Going South, Barrister Proof, joined by Baby Wayland on the outside. They head into deep stretch. Going South with renewed ambition opens clear by 3. It's Going South to win it. Baby Wayland second, Wood Ceiling third to Barrister Proof and Hawker. Running time was a quick minute 15 and 25 100ths. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board for the second race today. Finishing first, it was number 4 Going South. Second was number 1 Baby Wayland. Finishing third, number 3 Wood Ceiling. And fourth, number 2 Barrister Proof. Your attention, trainers Charlie Essex and Alexis Silva Martinez. Contact the claims clerk, please. Second race today, the Explore Auburn Purse. Running time of the race once again, a fast minute 15 and 25 100ths. Results for the second race official. into the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle. It's Going South. He's owned by Gate to Wire LLC, trained by Blaine Wright, ridden to victory by Silvio Amador. Going South is a 4-year-old dark Bayer brown gelding. Biome from Clever Bird. She was sired by Awesome Again. Bred in California by Brett Christofferson. And a look at the prices for the second race winner, number 4, Going South. Returns $5.56 to win, $3.02 to place, $2.30 to show. Number 1, Baby Waylon, $3.48 to place, $2.50 to show. Number 3, Wood Ceiling, $2.64 to show. Winning Exacta, $9.70. The early double worth, $18.78. 50-cent trifecta, $15.40. The 10-cent super, $6.76. Coming up next, it'll be the first heat of the day in this Corgi Racing Weekend. That's coming up next. Looking ahead to the third race today, the Happy Birthday Ashley purse at 6 furlongs. Number 1, Obsessed with You, will carry 3 pounds over. Number 3, Samarolu, will carry 3 pounds over. Number 6, Designated Runner, will carry 1 pound over. Number 7, Little Minnie Mo, a change of rider. Maker jockey Alyssa Morales, 1 pound over. Post time for the third race today at 2:57, less than 29 minutes until post time. And ladies and gentlemen, now coming onto the track, presented by Pacifico. It's the Corgi Racing Weekend, and it starts now. And ladies and gentlemen, here they are for heat number 1. We have 8 heats today. We'll be running 4 after this race, of course, or currently we'll be running 4 heats, and then we'll run 4 more after the 4th race. Our first heat here. Here's the field. Nola Barber. Ownership from Seattle. Joji also representing Seattle. Out of post 2, number 3 is Duncan from Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Number 4 is The Great Gatsby from Lacey, Washington. Number 5 is Wilson from Bellevue. Skates, number 6 from Tacoma. Bandit is number 7 from Seattle. Number 8 is Suki, also from Seattle. Number 9 is Bean from Issaquah. Number 10, Archie from Tacoma. And rounding out the field, number 11, Nori from Kirkland. All right, race fans, are you ready for some corgi racing? Then let's let the fur fly. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, here is our field for the first heat. How about a nice Emerald Downs welcome for the challengers in heat number 1. Once again, a quick look at this lineup. Nola Barba has that inside post, and Joji will run from post 2. Duncan has post number 3. Number 4 is the Great Gatsby. Number 5 is Wilson. Used to go by Russell, but now he's Wilson. Number 6 is Skates. Number 7 is Bandit. Number 8 is Suki. Number 9 is Bean. Number 10 is Archie. And Nori rounds out the field. The encouragers are in their spot. Corgis getting all the final instructions here. The Corgis are standing well. Mr. Flagman in position for heat number 1. 40 yards in today's qualifying rounds. That's the requirement. Flag is up. And Corgis away. And it was a good start towards the outside. We had several of them vying for the lead out there. Suki was out there. And the race continues on for a few of them. We'll wait for the official order of finish. We had several of them vying for the top spot. Who's it going to be when we look at this slow-mo here? Time to go trackside. Here's Phil with the winners.
All right, Tom, I have Ife and Emma and Suki, the winner of a very exciting first qualifying heat. And the top two will be in the finals tomorrow. So you guys get to compete tomorrow for the championship. What do you think?
Very excited. Yeah.
Did you guys practice?
If you count the previous races, then we practiced 5 times.
And how did you do those previous 5 times?
It's a hit or miss. So she finds corgis she like, and sometimes in the wrong way.
That's what happens when you put a bunch of corgis together, folks. All right, Tom, back to you for heat number 2.
All right, congratulations to the connections there of Suki. Suki coming to form at a good time in today's heat. Jumping across the wire there in the final strides. Here's the field for heat number 2. Toast, number 1, representing Tacoma. Number 2 is Kirby out of Renton, Washington. From Maple Valley, it's Cooper. Number 4 is Georgia. From Mount Vernon, Piper, number 5 from Seattle. Number 6 is Belly from Federal Way. Timmy's number 7 out of Seattle. Number 8 is Moose from Bellingham. Number 9, Mr. Cashman, they call him Cash, from Normandy Park, Washington. Arrow is number 10 from Auburn, hometown corgi. On the outside, number 11, Pinfree from Seattle. That is your field for heat number 2. The teams are made up of the holders at the start line, and those just beyond the finish line, I like to call them the encouragers. They can use toys, whatever it takes to get that corgi home in front, but they have to stay behind the finish line. Field is set. Flag is up. And corgi is away. It was a flying start for Piper, who runs a big one. And you got Moose and Cashman going at it. They're off into the infield. And there they go. Well, Moose and Cash, they preferred to run on the turf today. All right, it's time to go trackside once again. Here's Phil.
All right, thank you, Tom. Heat number 2, and we have a very happy dog. A couple of them were running all over the place after that, but Piper ran straight. Emily and Taylor from Seattle. And guess what? Have you ever been in a corgi race before?
No.
First time. Let's hear it for them, folks. First time in a corgi race, and they won. You guys are going to be back tomorrow for the championship. Now, have you been practicing for this at all?
She does agility, so she's really fast there, but no sprints. So this first sprint.
So when we have a hurdle race, you're going to be prepared for that, right? Yeah, there you go. All right, let's hear it for them, the winner of heat number 2. And back to you, Tom, for heat number 3.
They are jumping for joy in Seattle as Piper representing, striding away to victory in heat number 2 today. All right, here's the field for the third heat of the day. Cato runs from the inside, number 1 from Federal Way, Washington. Gino is number 2 out of Linwood. From right here in Auburn, number 3 is Sasha. Number 4, August Corona Padden from Renton. Number 5 is Finn from Bonnie Lake. Number 6 is Howie out of Gig Harbor. Bruce is number 7 from Bonnie Lake. Number 8 is Dumbo from Linwood. Bree is number 9, racing out of Lake Stevens. Number 10, Dolphin from Mercer Island. And from Tacoma, Gizmo on the outside. Everyone's getting into position. Corgis lining up. Got a little activity going on down there, a little competitive activity towards the inner post positions there as Sasha and Gino mixing it up a little bit. They're back in line. Flag is up. And Corgis away. Good start for August Corona Padden. August jumps across the finish wire. We'll wait for the official word. You look at that replay. August was getting a little bit of challenge there, but said, no, we'll have none of that. I'm taking heat number 3. August Corona Padden with a brave run today. The party just started up the road in Renton, Phil, as August Corona Padden qualifies.
Hey, Tom, we are lucky that we don't have stewards' inquiries on races because, boy, there was some activity out there. August Corona was the fastest after a little bit of a pause maybe and a little bit of a conversation maybe between corgis, right?
Yeah, he had us in the first half there. We didn't think he was going to pull through, but when he focused, he got across that finish line, and we were so proud.
There you go. Now, you guys are from Renton. This is Averill and Chris. Is this your first time in a corgi race, or is this something that you guys are experienced at?
It is Gus's debut, but our older corgi has raced here before.
Okay, well, you have a potential champion tomorrow. You guys are going to be back for Championship Sunday. Congratulations. All right, Tom, one more qualifier to go right now. Back to you.
Here we go, Phil, for the final heat of this round. Heat number 4. Peggy, number 1 from Skokomish Nation. Number 2 is Billy from Bothell. Number 3 is Foxy Maymeadow from Yelm. Number 4 is Monty from Tonino. Number 5, Samwise Gamgee from Squim. Number 6 is Coda out of Arlington. Number 7, Luna King from Moses Lake. Number 8 is Ronan from Puyallup. Number 9 is Ollie Boy. Ollie Boy races out of Lacey. From Renton, we have Sadie, and on the outside, Dolly from Puyallup. And the field is ready for the 4th heat of the day. All right, the flag man has the flag up. And Corgie's away. Another great start, another big run. Monty looks to have edged clear. It was a close finish. There you saw in the replay, it looked like Monty lunging forward to get across that finish line. Don't forget, we'll have 4 more heats coming up after the 4th race today. Top 2 finishers go to the qualifying round. That's tomorrow. Championship round tomorrow. Time to go trackside. Take it away, Phil.
All right, Tom, they are excited here, and this is Megan and Monty from Tenino, Washington. You expected that, it looked like. A good performance.
I sure did. I sure did. My boy's a fast guy.
Yeah, have you been practicing for this?
Every day.
How do you do that every day?
He just loves playing and playing fetch and just running. He's a super athletic guy.
You're going to be back tomorrow for the championship. Maybe you can win it all.
We sure are.
All right, more practice time for you. We'll be back after race 4, Tom, with 4 more qualifying races.
All right, here's one more look at Monty. Monty jumps across the finish wire just in time to get the job done in our final heat of this round. Don't forget, we still have 4 more heats to go in the next round. That'll be coming up after the 4th race today. In the 2nd race today, we did have a couple of claims out of the 2nd race. Number 3, Wood Ceiling, was claimed. The new owner, Beefex Dairy. The new trainer, Jennifer Nunley. Number 3, Wood Ceiling, was claimed out of the 2nd. Number 4, Going South, was claimed. New owner, PNW Racing. New trainer, Alexis Silva Martinez. Number 4, Going South, claimed out of the 2nd. Horses are on the track for the third race today. It's the Happy Birthday Ashley purse at 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming event, purse of $16,000. It's for maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Note the rider change for number 7, Little Minnie Mo. Her pilot now Alyssa Morales. Post time in less than 5 minutes.
Race number 3 at Emerald Downs, 6 furlong sprint for maiden 3-year-olds and up fillies and mares. And numbers 2 and 3 running for the second time in their careers. Okay, we're moving on. This is the start of the Jackpot Pick 6, by the way, with a carryover a little over $7,000. Jackpot Pick 6, 10-cent minimum, starts right here. Let's head up to Tom.
All right, Joe, this third race, I'll look to number 4, Mocktails Anyone. It's topped most of these rivals already. Isaias Enriquez in the irons here for trainer Frank Lucarelli. I'll put Mocktails Anyone on top in my selections. Number 2, Evie Song, second selection here. Frank Alvarado has the call for Evie Song, who stretches out a bit after a solid 5-furlong run in the mud. That was over a muddy track, and Evie Song very impressive in that outing. And to round out the top 3, number 5, Magic Jewel and Kevin Orozco chased the top when that would have been Mocktails Anyone. They squared off recently, and Magic Jewel was in pursuit in that race. I figure that one to be in the mix again here today. 4, 2, and 5, my selections in the third.
Mocktails Anyone, number 4. Of course, she has 10 second-place finishes in 15 career starts, and also 3/3 in there. Is today the day for her, John Lindley?
Maybe. I did pick her, but as you mentioned, she's got 10 seconds and 3/3. She tries hard every time. Last race, she did have things set up really well for her. Magic Jewel and the winner, Empirical, just went at each other, and Mocktail still couldn't really pick up the winner there, but she also gets a little extra distance, maybe a little easier field. we'll see if she can get the job done. It's a slight call, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if she ran second.
Yeah, she's done that a lot, but she's also outrun a whole bunch of horses the last few years. There's a look at number 6, designated runner. I'm going to go with an outsider in the wagering, Samaraloo, number 3, second-time starter for Mark Cloutier, a BC bred. She's got some things that suggest strong second-out improvement. She had the rail post in her debut and broke slowly. That is not a recipe for success. She's dropping maiden special weight to maiden claiming. Adrian Castellanos aboard for Mark Cloutier.
And if you watch that race, as you mentioned, she breaks slow and then she rushes up into the pace, and she was full of run and she had nowhere to go. And then when she got clear, she kind of came up a little empty, but it was a much better looks effort out of debut, and I used her. I think she's very playable today.
Okay, I'm going 3, Tom and John on the 4 here in the 3rd.
The horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the third. Third race today, the Happy Birthday Ashley Purse. Ashley joining us in the winner's circle. Happy birthday to you as we get set. This third race for you. 6 furlongs. Evie Song one off the rail. Samarolu looks it over, steps up. Mocktail Zinni one, waits patiently in the gate. Now comes Magic Jewel. Open slot for Obsessed With You, who now takes position. Designated Runner one from the outside, and Little Minnie Mo last one. Now they're in. And runners away. Good start for Little Minnie Mo from the outside, surging to the front. Evie Song there to pick up the chase. Samarolu is right there in the hunt as well as they head up the backstretch. Obsessed With You moves on at the rail with Mocktail Zinni one from between horses. Magic Jewel is next on the outside. Then we drop back 7 to Designated Runner, and they take it into the far turn just over 3/8 a mile away. Samarolu has found the lead by length and a quarter. Evie Song chasing. Here comes Magic Jewel under a go from the outside. And we drop back 2 more to Obsessed With You next along the rail. Mocktail Zinni one, 4 off the beat at the top of the stretch. Samarolu takes him off the turn, 3 to the good. Samarolu opening the stride to the final furlong, clear by 3.5. Evie Song is chasing. Mocktail Zinni one, but in the final 16th, it's Samarolu cruising home. Samarolu and Adrian Castellanos win it by 3. Evie Song was second. Mocktail Zinni one third. Obsessed With You back to Designated Runner. Little Minnie Mo and Magic Jewel. Running time was 1:10 and 9/100ths. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board for the third race today. Finishing first, it was number 3, Samarolu. Second was number 2, Evie Song. Third, number 4, Mocktail Zinni one. And fourth, number 1, Obsessed With You. Running time of the race once again, 1:10 and 9/100ths. The third race today, the Happy Birthday Ashley Purse. Results for the third race now official. The official winner, number 3, Samarolu. Into the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, it's Samarolu. Owned by Bill Randall, trained by Mark Cloutier. The winning rider, Adrian Castellanos. Samarolu's a 3-year-old chestnut filly by Sungold from Majestic Skyline. She was sired by Majestic Perfection. Bred in British Columbia, Canada by Mike Todd Anderson and Terry Don Clyde. And a look at the prices for the third race today. Winner number 3, Samarolu, returns $14.64 to win. $9.80 to place, $3.62 on the show. Number 2, Evie Song, $7.24 to place, $2.94 to show. Third, number 4, Mocktails Anyone, $2.10 to show. Winning Exacta, $71.62. The Rolling Double, $25.80. 50-cent trifecta, $55.86. 10-cent super, $28.80. The pick 3, early pick 3 today, $85.80. Coming up, the fourth race today, a distance of 6 1/2 furlongs. The Beverly's Memorial Purse. Number 6, Bert's Prospect, a change of rider. Make his jockey Alex Anaya. Alex Anaya to ride number 6, Bert's Prospect. Post time for the fourth race at 3:27. 14 minutes until post time. Hey, race fans, Emerald Downs is giving you a chance to be a star athlete on national TV. All you need to do is wear a T-Rex costume on Sunday, July 12th. There's races for kids, adults, and seniors. The races will be broadcast on ESPN2 later in the summer. You can sign up today at EmeraldDowns.com. Tomorrow, Corgi Weekend continues with the World Championship Sunday presented by Pacifico and Explore Auburn. Over 90 dogs will compete to see who will win this year's trophy. Post time tomorrow's 1:50. Tomorrow's races will be broadcast later this summer on ESPN2. A portion of this weekend's admission will be donated to the Auburn Valley Humane Society.
Race number 4 at Emerald Downs coming up. This is a sprint for older horses. It's Beverly's Memorial Purse in honor of Bev Turner. Bev and her husband Don around Emerald Downs since our beginnings. They've been horse owners, and horse breeders, and very prominent in the Equine Art Show, and just here so many days and so many mornings in the quarter shoot and the Lost Marks. So certainly remembering Bev Turner today here at Emerald Downs. As we come out into the paddock, and this is kind of a wide open race, I'd say, John Lindley.
Yeah, for sure. A pretty evenly matched field. Horses that have come running, third, fourth, and fifth. I don't think any of them are coming off a win, which is unusual for us. Usually have one or two coming off wins, but one's going to get one today.
Yeah, Time Ticker has the rail post for Howard Gibson, and that barn has been doing great. Alex Cruz aboard, and he loomed in his most recent.
Yeah, there's a couple horses coming out of the race at Eno's Slaughter one, which was the last race of last Friday a week ago. And, he made that move to take the lead. Looked like he was going to be in at the end and just got a little tired. Now he cuts back to 6.5. He does draw the one hole, but going to 6.5 off a couple routes usually is a good thing. We'll see if he can sprint him in the stretch.
Yeah, Tiz Grayson has just missed last time out, but does have a win at the meeting as well.
Yeah, that was a nice score a couple races back. Last race, his horse did get a relatively good trip. He sat on the inside of the track, angled out, and just was outrun at the end. But it was a close fourth-place finish, and, ran okay at 6.5. We'll see if he can improve off of it. Doesn't have to improve too much to threaten.
George Rosales has a couple in here. George Rosales, our defending training champion, and Hadley's Honor is his. He's another going route to sprint.
He exits the same race at Time Ticker, ran 5th. Hadley's Honor ran 6th. In that race, he broke slow. He was really rank early, powered to the lead, and then got a little tired. We'll see if he can ration his speed a little better today.
This is a $3,500 claiming race. Ice Tower has good early speed for trainer Vince Gibson. Silvio Amador aboard. Slew Skies back in for $3,500 where he just missed. Then Bert's Prospect. What about him going route to sprint?
He ran big May 31st to go wire to wire. Last race, he chased much tougher horses. This is a little easier. I tried to look up his sprints. I couldn't find one. It's been a really long time.
Alex Anaya aboard the 6. Carlo Lopez off his mounts today. Anaya on 6. And Reef City on the outside. Blake Nunnally for George Maravilla. Up from Southern Cal is the 7 on the track for race 4.
And the horses are on the track for the 4th race today. The 4th race, a distance of 6 1/2 furlongs in the Beverly's Memorial Purse. It's a claiming event, purse of $9,500. It's for 3-year-olds and upward. Note the rider change for number 6, Bert's Prospect, will be ridden by Alex Anaya. Post time in less than 5 minutes.
Race number 4 at Emerald Downs coming right up. This is the start of the 50-cent Pick 5. Pick 5 wagering, races 4 through 8. Beverly Turner's Memorial Purse, and 7 runners to go 6.5 furlongs. Let's head up to Tom.
Joe, didn't you have Samarolu in that last race?
Yes, I did,
I thought
Tom.
you did. Good job. Yeah, I knew you were talking about that one, so way to go. That
Thank
was
you,
a
sir.
good one to hit. 4th race, I go to the 4 Ice Tower. Silvio Amador has the call for trainer Vince Gibson. Ice Tower checks in here, drops a notch today. I think we'll like this spot. Going to be easy to spot out on the track. He is a big gray, son of Dialed In. So Ice Tower started off at 12-1. Morning line is getting a little bit of attention here. Played down to 5-1 currently. I'll put that one on top. Number 5, Slew Skies. Second selection, was a good runner-up last time out. And this one, your current 5-2 favorite, as Slew Skies will be ridden by Kevin Krieger here today for trainer Ramiro Miraz. And to round out my top 3, Reef City on the outside, number 7. Coming to us from Santa Anita, brings a bit of a class edge into this race. I go 4, 5, and 7 here in the 4th.
Tom Harris, number 4 on top, Ice Tower. And he has done, I think all 3 of his career victories are here at Emerald Downs. Silvio Amador aboard, or 2 of his 3. Thank you, John. John, how do you see race 4?
I wish I saw it clearly. I don't. I'm going to try number 3, Hadley's Honor. As I mentioned last race, this horse broke a length slow and then was really rank kind of behind horses and then decided, okay, I'm just going to take the lead, and rushed up to the lead and paid the price late. Hopefully he can ration his speed a little better today. It's my best guess in what I thought was probably the toughest race of the day.
Okay, well, I'm going to take Time Ticker on top, the 1 horse for Howard Gibson. I see he's had plenty of chances at the 6.5 furlong distance in his career. He is going route to sprint, don't mind that, and he's got some tactical speed. So a horse with Alex Cruz aboard today for trainer Howard Gibson with the rail, saving some ground, probably from just off the pace. I'll go 1, and John goes number 3, Tom goes 4 in the 4th.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 4th. And the field circling around to load for the 4th race at 6 1/2 furlongs out of the chute. In goes Time Ticker inside post, and now 'tis Grazin. Hadley's Honor to step up. Now the gray, Ice Tower. Slew Skies to join them. Burt's Prospect won from the outside. Reef City, last one. They're in the gate. And runners away. Good start for Ice Tower. Hadley's Honor got off well. Out of the chute onto the main oval they go. Reef City prompted towards the outside as they sprint up the backstretch. Burt's Prospect just back of the lead trio. Will drop back 2.5 on the inside to Tiz Grazin, Slew Skies. In stride with that one by a length, and Time Ticker at the tail a half mile away as they race for the far turn. Ice Tower is just in front. Hadley's Honor is right there. Reef City just back of the lead pair in third. Up along the outside, Burt's Prospect, Tiz Grazin moving through at the rail. Time Ticker circling up on the outside now, and Slew Skies. There's 7 front to back with a quarter mile to go. Ice Tower brings them to the top of the lane, clear by 2 as they round the turn and run for home. Ice Tower leads the way. Hadley's Honor right behind in pursuit with a furlong to go. Ice Tower to Tiz Grazin at the inside, and Hadley's Honor from the outside. Now opening up, Hadley's Honor. Here comes Time Ticker, gaining late, but Hadley's Honor good enough, and Hadley's Honor wins it by 2.5. Time Ticker was next. Tiz Grazin third to Ice Tower, Reef City, Burt's Prospect, and Slew Skies. Running time 1:17 and 40/100ths. Your attention, trainers Elodio Madrigal, Jorge Rosales, Howie Gibson, Jamie Perryman Cruz, and Francisco Rodriguez. Contact the claims clerk, please. Unofficial order of finish on the board for the 4th race. Finishing first, it was number 3, Hadley's Honor. Second, number 1, Time Ticker. Third, number 2, Tiz Grazin. Fourth was number 4, Ice Tower. Again, the running time was 1:17 and 40/100. Results for the 4th race official. The 4th race today was Beverly's Memorial Purse. Into the Michelob Ultra winner's circle, it's Hadley's Honor. Owned by Carter R. James, trained by Jorge Rosales. That's a riding double for jockey Adrian Castellanos. Hadley's Honor, a 6-year-old dark bay or brown gelding by Honor Code from Promenade Star. She was sired by Haynesfield. Hadley's Honor, bred in Kentucky by Brandywine Farm, Jim and Pam Robinson, and Parker Plack. Here's a look at the prices for the fourth race. Winner number 3, Hadley's Honor, $12.02 to win, $4.66 to place, $3.50 on the show. Number 1, Time Ticker, $4.20 to place and $3.06 to show. Number 2, Tis Grazin', third, $5.46 to show. Winning Exacta, $19.50. The Rolling Double, $32.77. 50-cent Trifecta, $34.80. 10-cent Super, $38.02. The Pick 3, $103.45. Early Pick 4 today returns $288.38. Looking ahead to the fifth race today at 1 mile, the Auburn Valley Humane Society Purse. Number 3, Twirling Derby, has been scratched. Scratch. Number 3, Twirling Derby. Number 4, Light the Beam, a change of rider. Make his jockey Adrian Castellanos. Adrian Castellanos to ride number 4, Light the Beam, in the fifth race. Number 6, J.R. Books, has been scratched. Scratch. Number 6, J.R. Books. Post time for that fifth race is on the board at 4:09, just over 30 minutes away. Up next, the next 4 heats for our Corgi seeking qualifiers. And once again, race fans, Corgi's headed to the track for our next 4 heats. Corgi Racing, presented by Pacifico and Explore Auburn. And once again, race fans, let's welcome the Racing Corgis to the track. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat number 5 of the Corgi races, once again presented by our good friends at Pacifico. Here's the field. Daffodil runs from the inside from Everett. Number 2 is Ponyo. Number 3 is Martini from Tacoma. Ray is number 4, also racing from Tacoma. Number 5 is Woodrow from Seattle. Number 6 is Theo from Edmonds. Number 7 is Monet from Seattle. Number 8 is Waffles from Issaquah. Number 9, Millie Page from Port Orchard. And from Puyallup, Ted Lasso on the outside. All right, the Corgis taking position now for heat number 5 as we get set. Monet steps to the line, also Waffles. Millie Page, one from the outside. There's Ted Lasso. Getting the final instructions now just before the start. Flagman standing at the ready. Everyone's in place. Here we go. Flag is up. And Corgis away. Good start on the inside for Daffodil. And along the outside, we had a surge of runners coming across in the final strides. We'll wait for the official word. A lot of activity going on in that heat number 5. Time to go trackside. Here's Phil with the winner.
All right, I got Jamie and Melanie. They are from Edmonds, Washington. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Theo. And Theo is the winner of qualifying heat number 5. Now, you guys were here last year. How'd you do last year?
He got second place in his heat last year.
And obviously looking to improve this year. And tomorrow you're going to be back for Championship Sunday.
Well, we're going to be back to win.
You know, throw down the gauntlet, folks. They're in it to win it. Now, you know there's some tough dogs tomorrow. That Gigi dog that won last year is really fast. So have you guys been practicing?
We do train. We run in the morning.
They run in the mornings. Okay, another day to practice. Good job, Theo. Okay, back to you, Tom, for heat number 6 coming up next.
All right, job well done by Theo today. Theo representing Edmonds, Washington. Gets the W. All right, heat number 6, and here's the field for the 6th heat of the day. On the inside, we have Taco out of DuPont, Washington. From Centralia, it's Raccoon, number 2. Number 3 is Cora from Black Diamond. Number 4 is Zora from Tacoma. Number 5, Briarwood Bella from Seattle. Number 6 is Penny from Federal Way. Number 7 is Thea Queen from Snohomish. Number 9 is Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, out of Federal Way. Grizz is number 10 from Seattle. And Baxter Gilliam from Olympia on the outside. And that's your field. We did have a scratch in this one. Number 8 was scratched out of it. Top 2 finishers advance to tomorrow's qualifying races. And, of course, it's championship day tomorrow. Everybody just about set here. Flagman looks it over. When he's satisfied, the flag will go up. It is up now. And Corgie's away. Good race to the finish here. And we got them. They just keep right on going. And the winner says, you know what, I'm going to go back and do it again. It was so much fun. Gonna take a victory lap here. That was Grizz, it looked like to me. Grizz came ready to run. There's your photo finish in slow-mo. Looked like Grizz on the outside, but we'll wait for the official word. They're having a little tough time catching Grizz down there.